Hey guys, how are you?
I'm all right. I'm good.
Yeah?
Just had a weird day of trying to take photos for my Leicester Fringe poster because I called the show Swings and Roundabouts, so I thought I'll go and find a play park with a roundabout. And the mistake I made was I'm a 36-year-old man taking pictures of himself in a children's play park.
You see, that's why I had a child exclusively to take pictures of myself in a play park and not seem creepy. So
yeah, I didn't get that far. I found the play park and I was like, oh, fucking hell.
Was it the horror of being seeing all these children coming towards you, or the horror of the fact that you realize, hang on a second, I should not be in this play park alone?
Yeah, it was the second I was like, oh, it will be dead. And then I realized it's 10:30.
Yep. Oh, my word. Andy Aspian says, can I hear a fellow Scouser?
Yes, you can. I'm from Croxteth.
Hey, there we go. So welcome. This is Mike Carter representing Star Wars Night, a friend of the show. What have you done? So you did Family Guy back in the day. Was it Family Guy or
Family Guy, Elf?
Oh my word!
And I did Marvel with.
And you did it live as well, which was fantastic as well. Yeah, yes, absolutely. Yeah. So it's lovely to have you back on the show. And this is it. We've got some returners to the show, so it's lovely to have you, Mike. And of course, back representing Star Trek, we've got Peter E. Davidson. Hello, buddy. How are you?
Sorry, what gave it away that I was representing Star Trek?
Oh, sorry, you're representing Stargate. Sorry, I had to get that right. How are you, buddy? It's good to have you here.
I'm good. I'm here in Derry, just, boldly going to the shops to get crisps. That's primarily it. So.
I mean, those crisps are definitely Tato's, though, right? Because those...
Oh, yeah. Have you ever... Do you know the whole debate about Southern Tato and Northern Irish Tato?
I mean, as long as it doesn't get as bloody as any other argument you guys tend to have. No. Is it actually a genuine thing?
It is, yeah. There are two different types of Tato and battle for supremacy. It really that should be your clash of fandoms for next time. Is the two different Tato.
Tato versus Tato. Tato versus Tato versus Tato, where we just get and the third Tato is Bruce Lee from Green Hornet. So just
Tato versus Tato.
Oh, I love it. That's brilliant. I love it. My mods are already on the scene. They've got a prediction going on. Who is going to win tonight? Is it going to be Star Trek? Is it going to be Star Wars? So you get your channel points in there and get your predictions on the go. And Anita says there are more than one Tatos. Yes, apparently I've just discovered this as well. So this is fantastic. And Mini Noises, welcome to the chat as well. So throughout the show, folks, in the chat, just get yourselves involved. Let us know what you're thinking. Do you agree with the acts as they're talking? And as I say, at the end of every single round, you're the ones who are actually going to hand out the points. You're going to decide who wins. So this is how it works. This is Clash of Fandoms, Star Trek versus Star Wars. It's a comedy debate panel show where I get two absolutely fantastic comedians and they are going... I was about to say on stage. There's no stage here, people. There's no stage. On screen, I should say. On screen. And they're going to argue out which of their chosen franchises is better. Is it Star Trek for Peter, or is it Star Wars for Mike? Now, we're going to lead them through several... If you've not watched the show before, we're going to be leading them through several rounds. They're going to have a chance to put down their opening arguments, why they think theirs is better than the others. We're going to lead them in a little bit of a debate, a battle debate as well. We're going to be playing some games, some quick fire rounds, and we're going to finish it off with a round called Ultimate Knowledge, where these guys are going to be tested on how much do they actually know their franchise. But don't worry, you can get involved in that as well, and I'll explain more as we go through. Now, as I said, these guys have done the show a number of times with me, so they are aware of how it works. So without further ado, we are going to go into our first round, which is opening arguments. Now, in this round, what is going to happen is these guys are going to explain, they're going to take a couple of minutes to explain why they love their particular franchise, why their one is better than the other. So this is Star Trek versus Star Wars. It only feels right then that we start with Star Trek. So Peter, the mic is yours, the floor is yours. Why is Star Trek better than Star Wars? Why do you love it so? Tell us everything.
Well, there's just so many reasons why Star Trek just beats Star Wars hands down. I mean, Star Wars is going through the thing at the moment with Disney Plus and people complaining about their TV series and how they're diminishing returns of their TV series. Star Trek had that going a long time ago. Our TV series going slowly off the boil. I think we set that precedent. So it's something that I think is very, very cool about us. Also, similarly, we're proper nerds. Let's just, you can have casual Star Wars people who know the dark, who say things like Dark Vader. Oh, I'm dressing up as Dark Vader, and they don't know. But if you're into Star Trek, you have to know. You've studied, you've done your work, you've lost that lunch money. You've fought the many battles on the playground. Yeah, exactly. You were born for arguments like this because you've been debating all your life Picard versus Kirk. You've been debating Cisco versus everyone. So, we're used to it. We're good. We're ready to fight. But we're also diplomatic as well.
Oh, okay. Ready to fight, but diplomatic. And I love it how your argument boils down to you've been building up for this fight, and as Andy asked me to point out, the proper digs are out already. Proper nerds. Okay, that is fighting talk right there. So, Mike, let's hear it from you. Let's hear about Star Wars for a start. Tell us why you love it. Tell us why you think it's better than Star Trek. On you go.
I mean, it just is.
Good point, well made.
Yeah, I mean, I think the big argument I have is that Star Trek would not exist in its current form without Star Wars. The original Star Trek was a 2 or 3 series show that went away and only came back because Star Wars was a hit. Yeah. I don't know who you were having those battles with on the playground. You were a Star Trek nerd. You didn't have any friends.
I think, sir, I had imaginary friends.
And they left you as well.
Wow.
But yeah, I think it's fun. It's epic in scope, but it's also small and personal, and it can be anything. Like, the biggest Star Wars thing at the moment is The Mandalorian, which is a small speck in the universe of Star Wars. But then it can have universe ramifications, stories, and where everyone is involved. And it's fun, it's entertaining. It's not Shakespearean actors rocking on bits of sofa because they can't get work in proper films.
Whoa. Okay. Like I
didn't know it was getting this vicious this early, Rick.
I didn't pull out like Star Wars is the franchise. Star Trek, sorry, is the franchise of the bald man.
I mean,
Picard, Cisco, and the one who can't admit he's bald.
I definitely booked this wrong in my head because I was like, oh, do you know what? I've got a Liverpudlian and a guy from Northern Ireland. These are really friendly parts of the UK. And then I remembered I booked a Liverpudlian and a guy from Northern Ireland. Yeah, okay, it was always going to end up like this, wasn't it? So we've gotten personal straight away. So Star Wars, if it wasn't for Star Wars, we wouldn't have Star Trek as it is. That is cold. To start off with there. Also, no friends, Peter. How do you feel about that, buddy? How do you feel about that?
I'm sorry, mate.
It's stinging.
Yeah.
But
I don't have friends. I have crewmates. That's worse. That's worse.
I would have had lots of friends, but there was an away mission.
They were all wearing red shirts. They're all dead now. That is, mate. And we've gone down the route of the Mandalorian. I think is quite interesting there. So you could have rolled out the big guns with the movies and stuff like that, but you actually concentrated there on the Mandalorian being a small part of the Star Wars universe. So that's quite an interesting route to go down there as well. I'm going to have to ask you, your overall view of the TV series. Are you enjoying Star Wars TV series or?
The only one I haven't gone into is Andor because I fell asleep watching it.
Okay. Wow. Is that because it's really like Star Trek, so you just couldn't get yourself through it, or?
I mean, it's really fucking slow and nothing happens.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Excellent. Okay, folks. Well, you've heard.
Probably why it's my favorite Star Wars series.
There you go. There you go. So, folks, you've heard the opening arguments there. We've had some absolute brutality right at the beginning of the show. But the question is, who gets the points in the opening arguments? Is it Star Trek or is it Star Wars? Is it Star Trek, which is... I just bullied first, proper nerds. Like that's what we're going down with that. Or Star Wars with we're a small the Mandalorian's a small speck in a larger universe, but I don't like much else. It's like which are we going for?
I like lots of things. I just don't like Andor.
I just don't like Andor. So, which is the best opening argument? I love it. The votes are coming in already, which is brilliant. Let's see. We've got Trekkies are proper nerds and Star Wars made Star Trek. Oh, I mean that's what the arguments are right there. And it is actually pretty close. Get your votes in. We're currently 75% though to one side over the other. So it was close. It's one side is pulling away. And the first points go to Star Trek. So that is a point on the board there for Star Trek straight away. Hey, don't start celebrating too early. I've seen this happen before. The first round goes to one. You never know. You never know where it's going to go from here. Listen. Star Wars thought they had it made with the original trilogy, and then suddenly the prequels came out and they went, fuck, we fucked that. So don't start celebrating too early, okay? Okay, we're going to move into our next round. We're going to go into a debate. And the debate is this, okay? What I did, we've done like debates on here are things like the Millennium Falcon versus the Enterprise D. We've done James T. Kirk versus Han Solo, Jar Jar Binks versus Neelix. But I decided I actually wanted to go for one that was a little bit different from the sort of things that exist within these two universes. And I wanted to take two things that have been created inside these two universes that we enjoy. I've gone for the movies, right? And what I did is I looked at two of the top-rated movies. And these two movies on Rotten Tomatoes are within 2% of each other, which shows you how good both of these movies are. One is 93 and one is 95% rated on Rotten Tomatoes. So today we are going to put these heavy hitter movies up against each other. And I think like if you're a fan of both of these franchises, which you're allowed to be, by the way, it's 2023. You're allowed to like both Star Trek and Star Wars, or as I call it, sci-fi sexual, perfectly fine, right? If you like both of these franchises, I think you'll agree these are probably two of the best movies. So we are putting up against each other The Empire Strikes Back versus Star Trek First Contact. Now, yeah, I mean, look at you guys. I see you like, Peter especially is like shaking his head here. This is Sophie's choice for nerds. I totally, it really is. But Mike, we're going to hear from you first. Let's hear about The Empire Strikes Back. Why is it so good? Why is it better than First Contact?
It's the greatest sequel of all time. It's the one that it proved sequels could be good for big franchises. And why is it better than First Contact? First Contact is billed as the Star Trek horror movie, because it's all about the Borg and taking over the ship and that, except about 45 minutes of it is slapstick comedy on Earth with the pig farmer from Babe. So you have Picard with his post-traumatic stress, and then you have that'll do, right? That'll do.
I was waiting for that. Thank you.
Versus you have the Hoth battle, Yoda, Luke finding out Vader's his father, Luke facing himself in the dark side cave, then the unimaginably bleak ending of all the heroes are wounded, possibly dead, and broken.
Ooh.
And First Contact led into Star Trek Insurrection.
Wow. Okay. That is, I mean, again, I did not expect this level of brutality, but I'm all for it tonight. I am so looking forward to clipping this later on and putting it up on YouTube. This is what we dream of in this show. But Peter, we've heard what Mike had to say about First Contact. Come on, tell us about First Contact. Why is it so good? Why do you love it? Why is it better than Empire?
All right. Okay. So Empire, I know they said it was a great sequel, and everybody loved it. It was like the first film I ever saw in the cinema, so this was Sophie's choice on that point. But oh right, without Empire, you wouldn't have had Wrath of Khan, right? Wrath of Khan, which people say is the best Star Trek movie, right? But people say the First Contact is the Next Generation's Wrath of Khan, and everyone knows that the Next Generation is better than the original. So therefore, First Contact is the Wrath of Khan of Wrath of Khan. So therefore, an amazing movie. But yes, Empire does have loads and loads of great things. But one thing the First Contact doesn't have, which your lovely little Empire Strikes Back does have, slightly less incest. I'm just saying, if you vote for Strikes Back, you're voting for incest. That's kind of what I'm saying.
So
I know incest is back in fashion with your Game of Thrones, TikToks and what have you, right? But I'm an old-fashioned guy. I say it's a bad thing. And therefore, my film doesn't better.
Wow. So wait. Let me get this go. Let me get this right. Okay. So, well, first of all, I want to hear what Mike has to say back to this. But your argument boils down to not how good First Contact is, but that it has slightly less incest. And what I love here is the use of the word "slightly." So, clearly, in the background of one scene, there was a stepsister getting stuck inside the Phoenix. Like, stepbrother, I can't get out. Oh, brilliant. Mike, have you got a rebuttal for this? I need to know, can you defend the incest in Empire Strikes Back?
Can I defend incest? I mean, I am quite close to St. Helens. There's more incest in First Contact. There is. The Borg are all the same. And they all want to have sex with the Borg Queen.
I mean, wow. Okay, so the Borg are all the same person.
Yeah, they're all one.
This is very true. I mean, there's no private time when you're a Borg, is there? Like, there's no time for you just to, you know, get on Borg Hub. Okay, so fine. Okay, so we're continuing. I can't believe we're going down this incest trail. Pete, you started this. Finish this.
I know. How to finish incest? No. No. It just it's got comedy. It's got time travel. It's got Borg. It's got Worf just turning up just because they wanted to have Worf in it. Which is a fantastic entrance where you just go, "Hi, it's Worf. Oh, there's Worf. Yay!" Brilliant.
Love it. Okay, excellent. So we've heard the arguments for these two movies now, and they're not arguments I have. This is the thing about this show, right? I write this show, I put it together, and you go like, I wonder, if I get comedians to argue these two things, the arguments will be good. I never expected it to go down this route. So basically, it's coming down to, we've got Empire Strikes Back, which has, it's the sequel of all sequels, the bleak ending, absolutely everything in that movie, versus it has slightly less incest of First Contact. Though I actually want to say, like, should we have in the poll, can it please be that'll do Riker versus more incest? Like, that is I'm so glad I've rated my stream as mature. So let's get the poll started on that. Which is the better movie? Is it Empire Strikes Back or First Contact, based on those arguments? Let's hear what the chat has been saying. Oh my god, I think Wrath of Khan, a movie so bad they had to make it twice. Actually, technically they made it 3 times. Wrath of Khan, Nemesis is a remake of that was basically them attempting to do Wrath of Khan, wasn't it? And then, of course, Into Darkness, which was like, we don't talk about Into Darkness as Star Trek fans. Do you?
Like it.
Star Wars fan.
But I only really like the 80s.
Fair play. Do you know what? Star Trek Beyond is amazing. So, yeah, I'll give you that. I love that one.
I think the first one's the best one.
Yeah. Here it is. Nanita says slightly less incest is a good selling point. Is it? This is actually I've looked.
If you were being offered a sandwich and someone said this sandwich has slightly less incest in it, you'd be like, I'll have that.
Just this sandwich comes with a banjo. Ding. Just. Oh my.
Would you like a really well-made sandwich from an inbred animal?
Words. Well, technically, like you want to get a thoroughbred. You're like, you're inbreeding there. So, okay. So I didn't realize it was incest galore. I'm horrified, says Nanita, and so am I. Chef Samros, if they are all the same person, wouldn't that be masturbating and not incest? There you go. So I love it how we're getting technical on this now. It's excellent. Gerald, Dorothy, is it incest to bone a clone? Big incest. No, I think that's masturbation to bone a clone. If it's a clone of yourself, is that masturbation? Or is that incest? Oh my. This is we're asking the real questions here. So please, nobody clip that. Oh my God! Forget the yellow brick road. It's
if they ever do make another Star Trek movie, if they could call it Star Trek Bonaclone.
Bonaclone.
Get people back to the multiplexes. Folks.
There we go. The votes are in. It ended up 4 votes to 2, and that is for Empire Strikes Back with more incest. So it's. I'm just forever grateful now that I have in my head that'll do Riker. just that's never gonna go.
I appreciate my people voting for me despite the fact.
Well done, everybody. We have a lot of viewers in Fife right now, which is wonderful. Excellent. Okay, we are moving on to our next round, which is because we love our franchises. We love Star Trek. We love Star Wars. And there's lots of things to love about it. Maybe we've got our own favorite movies in there, our favorite TV shows. But I think one of the things that we always identify with, of course, is everybody in their own franchises has their own favorite character. So that's our next round, is our favorite characters. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a couple of minutes, like a minute each. I want you guys to introduce the character that you've chosen. And then I've got 3 questions around those characters. So, Peter, do you want to introduce your character first? Who's your character and why?
Well, as you can probably see by the get-up, by the beard, by the slick back hair, by the fact that I bruised my balls sitting down in my leg over, it has to be William T. Riker, or as I like to call him, William the Riker. Just the best. I didn't appreciate him as much but as I go on and when with Picard series and all there, you just start to love him even more. He's the only guy that can play jazz trumpet and still get laid across the entire universe. So he is a sexy jazz swinging cat. He also similarly has an evil twin, well, a clone, well, like a.
So wait,
he would bone his twin.
I was asking the real questions here. He'd trombone his twin. Brilliant. So we've got Riker on this side. Excellent. And Mike, who have we got for your side?
Vader. It's got to be Vader.
Nice.
He's one of the most terrifying villains of all time. He's one of the coolest villains of all time. And he's got emotional depth. He's got a really tragic backstory. And it's not really all of his fault, apart from the bit
but we gloss over that, by the way.
The defense, Your Honor.
Yeah.
I told you guys off stream earlier on as we were setting up. I'll tell the chat as well. But yeah, great choices and characters for both of you, both Riker and Vader. Love them both. I think Nanita is a strong villain. This is harder to choose. It is. But Halloween this year, me and I was supposed to go to a Halloween party over the weekend, but unfortunately COVID put an end to that, so I couldn't go. But my wife was like, we're gonna have to sort out costumes, family costumes, and we were going to go Star Wars first scene because I've got a Jedi outfit. And so we thought, wow, what she did is she ordered a little Jedi outfit from a wee boy. My 2-year-old boy is now dressed up as a little Jedi. And he looks amazing, right? But I don't think she actually thought through the costume thing because he's clearly a youngling. And my Jedi outfit is the Anakin Skywalker Jedi outfit because it looks cool as fuck, right? Except it does come with the Youngling Slayer 3000 as well. So yeah, I'm going to this party or executing Order 66. My son's gone. That's essentially what's happened there. Okay, cool. So we've got our two characters here. We've got Riker, we've got Vader, but we're not going to go on what the arguments were or what your introductions to these characters were there. We're going to go on these following 3 questions. First question. Their best quote. Their best quote. Okay, so let's hear from Riker first of all. Are you genuinely going to use trombone as his quote?
Yes, I'm going to use.
I love that.
There's enough trombones in sci-fi. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so we've got jazz trombone is Riker's quote. How about for Vader?
It can prove that he can breathe a lot, where that's Vader's handicap. Vader would be terrible on the trombone.
Oh, you can tell Vader was brought up in a smog-related city. I mean, he was brought up in Coruscant, which is just one giant city, so of course the air pollution was bad there. Let's hear about Vader's best quote.
I don't like sand. It's coarse, rough, irritating, and gets everywhere.
I mean, like, I know on a technical level that's Anakin Skywalker. I'm going to accept it because it's such a god-awful quote. It is actually amazing. So, I mean, it also, like, it tracks as well. Darth Vader now would still hate sand because it gets everywhere inside his ventilation system. It's like, what? It'd be irritating. So I'm going to accept it. So we've got the quotes. This is where you're expecting, like, I am your father versus, whatever Riker says. But we've got the sound of Riker doing jazz trombone versus I don't like sand, it's coarse and irritating and gets everywhere. Which is the best quote? Get voting in the chat right now. And
I'll do the sand trombone.
It's the sand trombone. Well,
I had a serious one, but then you went with trombone.
What was your serious one? That's what I want to know.
I am not your failure, Obi-Wan. You didn't kill Anakin Skywalker.
That's good. That's good. That was a good scene. I enjoyed that for Obi-Wan. I actually enjoyed Obi-Wan. But now that quote makes sense. He associates sand with his terrible upbringing, whereas Padme just knows beaches she sees and sand is joyous and pleasant. Gerald's proper getting into this. Like, yes, love it. The things people will do to avoid a babysitter. Absolutely. I mean, if I can have a night out and my son's dead, no. Terrible. I love it. Shorty McStompy. Vader ignored the Incredibles rule of no capes. Surely he would have got shot in a space door at some point. Not very scary. I love that idea of Vader just going down a corridor chasing after some Jedi, and then suddenly the doors slam behind him and his cape gets caught. Why have we never seen that? Why have we never seen that? So it's the votes are coming in. Just get your votes in. It's really close, actually. This one, I would like to point out though. You have basically said Riker can get laid with jazz trombone. There's only one other character that has got laid with a jazz playing of an instrument. You're basically saying Riker is Ron Burgundy. That's
a strong argument.
You have, and I'm in a transporter of emotion.
I really think Riker is.
I think there's definitely an argument.
Because he probably would just read what was on the thing.
I think there's definitely an argument that Riker is Ron Burgundy. And then I now want to put together the rest of the Channel 7 news team.
or just somebody doing like some Klingon Riker and him going, yes, that translates as whale.
Fantastic. Okay, so that is a point there. That was really close, by the way. That finished 8-7, and that is a point there for Darth Vader with I don't like sand. What a quote. What a quote. Okay, excellent. We're moving on to our next question. Next question is, what is their best moment? The best moment on screen, best moment in a comic, it could be any sort of time, but what is their best moment? Let's hear from Riker first of all. What's the best Riker moment?
I'm gonna do like a Britain's Got Talent emotional moment here. Is the best moment is last year, my mum's 65th birthday. Jonathan Frakes did a wee cameo for her and sang her happy birthday, and that was a beautiful moment, and that means he's a really nice guy. There you go, and just start playing like elbows one day like this underneath while I go. It meant so much. And so that's I'm gonna go with that. Either that or just best of both worlds when he just gonna blow up Picard at the end of the to be continued. That was great.
What I love is that, you actually, the one you were going to pick was the best of both worlds one, but you went, I'm really going to fuck things up here and pull on the emotional heartstrings.
I lost the last 2 rounds. I had to try and pull it.
Okay, so
like the sympathy bullying thing worked for me in the first round. I thought so.
So you thought you'd try and repeat that tactic. I like your thinking. So we've got Riker recording we've got Jonathan Frakes recording a cameo for your mum. Okay, let's hear from Star Wars. What's Darth Vader's best moment?
Which acting was more convincing, the best of both worlds, or when he pretended to care about? No, the bit in Rogue One where he kills all those guys. That's the best Vader.
Okay, Vader in the corridor in Rogue One, which is
And it brought him back from being like Darth Vader.
Yeah. No, that was a brutal moment. I had to say, like I got chills down my spine when I saw that. Okay, so we've got our 2 moments there. Let's get the.
Just imagine how good that Rogue One moment would have been after he killed all those guys, and then as the thing pulls away, and you stand there with it. He starts singing "Happy Birthday" to my mom.
So.
Yeah, I would have been.
So is it Riker singing happy birthday to Pete's mum, or is it Vader murdering a whole corridor of fools? Which one is it? The voting is on its way. This is close. I'm watching this and it's like literally it keeps swinging between them. Oh my God. Get voting, people. Get voting. It's 7-7. It's 50-50 right now between 2 of them. It's not moving from 50-50. This is like literally the closest. I think you might have nailed the tactic. It's pull on the heartstrings. Pull on the heartstrings. Gerald, I gave all the votes to mum singing. Cooper says, happy birthday to your mum. Hey, Cooper, how you doing, buddy? And oh my words, I think people are throwing channel points at this as well. There's more votes than there is people watching this show right now.
Can I just mention, like, I've never...
No, that's Darth Vader. So...
No wonder he likes Star Wars, all the daddy issues.
Jesus Christ. I love how this is like, we're not holding back here, people. We're going to go after your mum. We're going to go after your dad. We're going to go like literally.
I don't have anyone for Will Riker to sing
to. Well, that's just a waste of a cameo then, isn't it? Like, you're just wasting your...
Yeah.
Just sing to yourself. Oh, bless. It's your last chance to get your votes in, people. And the votes are going insane. If I went by the amount of votes that are here versus the people, like, I would have over 200 people watching this stream right now. That's not what's happening at all. Which I love, and I can't believe how close. There's literally a battle going on right now, and the winner is it goes to Riker. Riker's singing to Pete's mum. It was 157 votes to 147 in the end. It's like Brexit all over again. Absolutely, and you're all going to regret your vote later on. We'll see if that's true. Either way, Northern Ireland is fucked.
Mine was once.
Right, excellent. Let's move on to the last question in this round. Who wins in a fight? Who's going to win in a fight between Riker and Vader? Let's hear about Riker taking on Vader.
Oh, Riker's dead. Yeah. But he'll die very nobly. That's like, it'll be a heartbreaking death, but you'll remember it. Yeah. But no. Let's be honest, folks.
I love the confidence in your character. Do you have an argument?
I mean, I'm trying to picture it, but I'm thinking like beardless Riker when he was shit.
Yeah. For season 1 and 2 Riker, yeah.
Throwing a really bad punch and then just getting shredded.
Do you think he's doing like one of those like Captain Kirk style two-handed punches which are really ineffective?
Yes,
yes,
as well. Yeah.
Just hurt his hand on the buttons. You know?
I feel like putting a vote out is like I kind of want to see what happens if I put the vote out, and I think because for the sake of it we're gonna do it, start running it now, but I feel like this is gonna be a slaughter. I feel like there might be 300 votes in one direction only.
I wouldn't be shocked if Riker wins this one, because they're both fairly plot-armor characters.
To be fair, I mean, Nanita's pointed out, is Data about? If Data is about, Riker could just order Data in, and
that's what he what he does so many times is he'll go to heroically sacrifice himself on the crew, and then something will come in and save him. But if it was just him on his own, he's dead.
What I love is the arguments here. Who wins in a fight? Is it Riker? This is my mods. My mods have put in these options, by the way. And whoever option they put in, I'm going to say it. Who wins in a fight? Is it Riker, Vader, Vader's buttons, or Riker's beard? And currently, in the lead is Riker's beard. Riker's beard is winning.
I think he would die, but the beard would live on.
The beard would continue.
So he'd disappear and the beard would just be on the floor.
Oh, I love it. The beard would be on the floor by itself and pick up a trombone and just go... wah, wah, wah. Gerald, could Riker not film a lovely cameo and pull on Anakin's heartstrings? But Anakin's dead. Yep. Like Snake's hair from that Simpsons episode. Yes! Oh, that's a brilliant Treehouse of Horror. I love that one. Cooper, I won all my school fights with those kind of punches. What you on about, mate? The two-handed... like, just, there's no power. There's no power in it. Like, Gerald...
If you jump off the top rope like that, though,
this is very true. I love it. Gerald, Dorothy, if you shave me down, I will only come back stronger than you could ever imagine. If Riker's beard doesn't win this, I am going to be disappointed. And if Riker, I'm very impressed. This is your last chance to get your votes in, people. Who's going to win this? Currently, Riker's beard is in the lead, and Riker's beard has won it. Riker's beard has won. That's another point to Riker. I'm going to give it there. But on a technicality, it goes to Riker. But yeah, the winner in a fight versus Riker and Vader is Riker's beard. And I'm all for that. Excellent. Okay, we're going to move into our next round, which is a little game we're going to play. This is a new game for the show, which I have called Shouldn't Have Said That. Okay, so what's going to happen in this round is I've got a couple of scenarios here, and we're going to throw them up on the screen. These are just like normal, everyday scenarios, and what I want you guys to do is give me the most inappropriate, best, worst, stupidest quote that you can give me for these scenarios, and I will decide myself who gets the points in this round. So the first scenario that we have will be, hang on a second, oh my god, I'm so slow. It will be things you shouldn't say on your first date. Let's hear it. Who wants to step forward first?
I'll go. I killed them all, the men, the women, and the children.
That's a heavy date to start off with. Just sit down and play. By the way, I'm Harold Shipman. So excellent. Pete, have you got one?
Yeah. You don't want to hear on your first date. You don't want to hear, "I have and always shall be your friend."
Friend zoning right at the beginning of a date.
Yeah. 3 pass as well. It's like
brutal. Anything else, guys? That is. I love it. Dematan in the chat. I can't wait to violate your prime directive. What?
Oh. Well, also, just one that, a first date you don't want to hear, resistance is good time.
No, absolutely not. No, terrible.
Yeah. I've got the most obvious one, which is I'm not going to top either.
I thought you were gonna, Mike. I thought you were gonna go with "you came in that thing." Sorry, lowering the tone again. Thank you.
Yeah, look, sir, droids. Oh, brilliant! Oh, I love it. What is happening tonight? This is fantastic. Go on, give me your best one. Which one do you want to go with? Each side.
I'm gonna go hot and heavy with engage.
Engage. Okay. You think you shouldn't say? Oh my god! Just turning around with the engage. Like no, red flags. Okay. I killed them all. Okay, so we got I killed them all versus engage. Oh my god, that's actually they're both good. I think I'm gonna give the point to I killed them all just because just sitting down and hearing that straight away, like yeah, absolutely. Nunita, I'd totally go on a second date with engage. Excellent. So that I'm going to give a point there to Star Wars. Next one. So we've had that one. Next one we're going to have is things you shouldn't say at a job interview. Things you shouldn't say at a job interview. Who would like to kick the Peter? Do you want to kick this off?
I'm a doctor, not a bricklayer.
But this is a job interview for a lawyer. What are you talking about? I'm a doctor, not a bricklayer. Love it.
Yeah.
I don't want to buy any death sticks. I want to think my life.
You're going for a job interview, a pyramid scheme. I see. Just a pyramid scheme for death sticks. Love it. What else have we got?
There was a young lady from Venus. 52, do you have any references?
How about you ever?
Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Have you ever heard the tragedy of that? Oh, fantastic! Which one? What do we want to go with, guys? What do we want to go with?
If they ask have you any other questions, you have to answer, what does God want with the starship?
that's yep. There you go. Cool. Do you have any questions? What does God want with a starship? Mike, what are we going to go with?
No, I can't.
I'm sorry. I had to. What does God like? You pulled that. That is the trump card in any game. Like, what does God need in a starship? I'm going to give a point there to Star Trek. And that is our new round. Shouldn't have said that. Hope you enjoyed that. It will be sticking. I think I'm going to stick around. I'm going to stick around with that round. I enjoyed that. Let me know in the chat what you thought of that round as well. We had some really good suggestions as well, by the way. Dematan, things that should be said at a job interview. Definitely feeling aggressive tendencies. Like, I love it.
The one
I know, bringing the insurrection out here. That is a brave move. Excellent. So that is the end of that round. As we move into our next round, which is quickfire. Now, what's going to happen in this round is quickfire debates. I'm going to throw out a very, very quick question, and what I need from you is a quick answer. So you need to give me your answer plus a very quick reason for your answer. There will be no rebuttals. We're just going to have these very quickly, and the chat will give you the points as we go along. So, number one, quickfire is the best special effect moment in your franchise. The best special effect. So it could be an effect that's used repeatedly or one time. Let's hear the best special effect. Let's start with you, Mike. What is it?
The original lightsaber, specifically the sound of the lightsaber. It's the most iconic.
Cool. This is the original lightsaber. Excellent. There we go. Let's hear from your side. Pete, let's hear from Star Trek.
Best special effect, and it's such an easy one to create, is when they're being shot at and the camera goes like that.
The wobbly camera.
Yeah. Come on, we've all done it as well. Like, we've all around the table gone.
Excellent.
Go the other way.
So have you seen like the people like so that there's our special effects. We've got the lightsaber versus the wobbly camera effect. Have you seen like the ones where people have actually sort of steadied it up? So and you see them, they're just sort of like doing that for the entire time. I'll send you over afterwards, but it's absolutely brilliant. So get your votes in, people. You can vote in the chat. Which is the best special effect? Is the original lightsaber sound? Is it the camera wobble that they use so frequently in Star Trek? Currently, it is a draw between them. So get your votes in now, people. Koopa says the best effect is the burnt corpses of Luke's aunt and uncle. Wow. So,
I would have gone with
Shatner's girdle. I mean, that's a very impressive effect to get that. Oh my word.
If anybody wants to form a garage band, Shatner's girdle.
That's a great name for a band, by the way. Shatner's girdle. And the best special effect goes to the camera wobble. That is the best effect. Well done, Peter. Okay, next quick fire question is the best leader in your franchise. Best leader. So we'll start with Star Trek this time. Who's the best leader?
Oh, Picard, just Picard being Picard.
Picard. Just Picard being Picard. Is that your reason is Picard being Picard?
Yeah, because he's Picard.
Okay, excellent. That's a very strong argument. It's a tight argument. How about you, Mike? Who's the best leader and why?
That's really difficult. I'm gonna have to go with Emperor Palpatine. All the senators of the Republic all fail. Luke fails. The Jedi fail. The most successful leader in Star Wars is Emperor Palpatine.
Right, so we've got Emperor Palpatine because everyone else fails. He's the most successful. He even comes back when he shouldn't have. So to be fair, so we've got Emperor Palpatine is the most successful, the best leader in the Star Wars universe. Versus Picard, because Picard. The man leads a crew bald, and like that is like, he's like, I don't need hair. Like, in fact, you know what, Riker? You make up for the lack of hair I have by growing this luscious beard that you have.
This sentient beard that will outlive us all.
I love it. Nanita in the chat has said Reginald Barclay as the best leader. I love the thought process on that, but show you're working, please, on that. Gerald Donnelly, somehow Palpatine loses. But apparently Palpatine is pretty good. Palpatine, do you know what? I genuinely, the way that you've put that there, I'm like, are you actually kidding? That actually makes a lot of sense. It's genuinely.
All the other leaders in Star Wars.
You go like Yoda. Oh wait, no wait. The Jedi Order falls. Okay, Anakin. Wait. He Jedi. Oh my God, I forgot. My computer's updated, so now I do that, and I get like. There we go. I get effects coming up on my screen. This is on my stream. You can see it. The winner there is Palpatine. Palpatine actually won.
As in all things, the winner is Palpatine.
The last one, people. The last one in this round in quickfire is the best couple in your franchise, the best couple. So let's hear it. Are we going to have a vote for incest again? I don't know, but Mike, who's the best couple in your franchise?
I don't know if there is a great couple in Star Wars, to be honest. They're all kind of somewhat abusive relationships. You know, Anakin and Padme, there's a great age disparity, and he does choke her. Han and Leia, quite an argumentative, tempestuous couple. Rey and Ben Solo, just as red flags all over.
I mean, they literally fought in a red room. Like, you know, that is the biggest red flag of all.
Yeah. So I might have to go with C-3PO and R2-D2. If they were people, they'd be Ian McKellen and the other guy from Vicious.
I love it. There we go. So we've got C-3PO and R2-D2 on one side, on the Star Wars side. On the Star Trek side, who we got?
Well, there's so many great couples in Star Trek. It's really, you know, you've got Riker and Deanna, you know, Geordi and Data. I think I'm going to go with probably the most sexy couple, which is Janeway and Paris as those lizards. Just, you know, they had babies, they had a lovely time.
Excellent. Okay, so on the Star Wars side, we've got R2-D2 and C-3PO, and on the Star Trek side, we've got the salamander lizards of Janeway and Paris. Let's get voting on that. Which is the better couple out of those two? I love some of the suggestions coming through in the chat. We've got Major Kira and Odo. That's a nice serious one there, as well as Jadzia and Worf as well, who got married in very heavy bondage gear as well. They made a choice and they stuck to it. You know,
Started you mean to go on?
That's what happens when you put one gear on without talk.
Sam Ross brings up Data and Spot the Cat as well, so that's quite a sweet one. On the Star Wars side, we've had suggestions of Han and Chewie as a couple, so that would have been that's a good one.
Yeah.
Harold Van Dyke. Oh god, that lizard episode had such a strong start and went downhill so badly. Hi Harold, it did go down very very badly. It was like, oh, this is a great concept. What a great we're gonna do that. Okay. Do you know what the worst thing is about that episode though? It's not that it was created. It was that at the end of it, they go off, they have the lizard babies, and then they abandon the lizard babies. Like they rescue Janeway and Paris, restore them to humanity, and they abandon the lizard babies. There's genuinely going to be a Lower Decks episode where those lizard babies come back for vengeance on the mum and dad. The votes are in.
There is that Enterprise episode where they have to spend the night like in the
yes
or something.
I remember that. I tried to forget. Finn and Poe. Oh, that's such a good shout. Finn and Poe.
Yeah, that's an unproblematic.
Honestly, like I think that's my one problem with The Last Jedi. Is that they didn't do enough with Finn and Poe. They split Finn and Poe up, and I just wanted to have more Finn and Poe. Yeah. I want to have a series of Finn and Poe going around the universe solving crimes together. That would be just amazing. So it goes to R2-D2 and C-3PO, by the way, in there, and my dog has come to say hello for the stream as well.
I was wondering.
Oh yeah, I've got this is my dog. This is Porthos, friend of the stream, and an absolute idiot. There you go. He's a great. Excellent. So as we move into our final round, the scores are 5 points to Star Trek and 5 points to Star Wars. How did that happen? A draw as we go into the last round. Oh my word! Our last. What are the odds?
No.
What are the odds? As we go into our last round, which is, of course, is ultimate knowledge. Now, in this round, I'm going to be testing your knowledge of your particular franchise. What's going to happen is there are 5 questions each. We're going to go back and forth answering. You would answer the questions now. You get a point if you get the question correct. If you get it wrong, the other side can steal the point. Okay, so they can attempt to answer the question as well. And as you've probably heard in this round, both of these guys have a love of both franchises. They know their shit for both franchises. So this could be messy. Now, what's going to happen is I'm actually holding off. I'm trying to talk for at least 45 more seconds because we are in the middle of an ad break right now, and I don't want people to miss out on ultimate knowledge. God damn it, Twitch. Why are you forcing ad breaks in the middle of my goddamn live stream? So we've got 30 more seconds to go. Just talk about it. But anyway, just to sort of reiterate again, it's going to be 5 questions each. We're going to alternate between Star Trek, then Star Wars, Star Trek, then Star Wars. If you get the question right, you are going to get a point. If you get it wrong, the other side can attempt to answer the question and steal the point. I'm going to give you a lifeline for each question. You can reach out to the audience as well. So if you have the chat up in front of you, if you are on the stream and you can see the chat, you have an opportunity to see what the answers are in the stream, and you can answer. You can use their answer if you so choose. You will not be punished for it or anything like that, but you can do that. But bear in mind that there is a little bit of a delay between asking the questions and the stream getting it. Okay, so. Starting with question 1 in Ultimate Knowledge, Star Trek. What year was The Undiscovered Country released? The movie The Undiscovered Country, what year was that released?
'95? No, it was way before that. It was 93 or something. I'm gonna say 93.
Okay. 93 is your answer. Locking that in?
Yeah.
Okay. 1993 is incorrect.
No.
Mike, do you want to take a guess?
I think it's 91.
91 is correct. Well done there. So 1991 is the correct answer. Well done, Mike, for stealing that. So the next, Mike, your question. What year was Return of the Jedi released in cinemas? What year was Return of the Jedi released?
84.
Locking that in? 84.
Yeah, it's wrong.
Is incorrect, buddy. 84 is incorrect. Peter, do you want to try and steal it?
1983.
1983 is 100% correct. Well done, Dimatan and Chef Samros as well for getting that. 1983. 1 year out, mate. Unlucky. Okay, so both of you get a point. Neither of you got your own question right. So how does that work? Okay, next one. Oh, you know when I wrote these? Oh, do you know what? I'm not asking you that. I'm not asking you that. Who plays Saru? Peter, who plays Saru?
Doug Jones.
Doug Jones. Locking that in?
Mm-hmm.
That is correct. Doug Jones is correct. Well done. That's a point there for Star Trek. Star Wars. Who plays Finn?
I don't even know who Ben is.
Finn.
Oh, Finn.
Yes. I'm not going to ask if you're going to lock that in. Yes, it is John Boyega. Well done. Yeah. Okay.
I had Ben, and it makes sense that there's a character.
Of course there is. It's Ben Kenobi. He was Ben Kenobi, and now he's Ben Kenobi.
He's a master of disguise when it comes to names. Old
in Discovery. Oh, Gerald, been loving this and been voting very fairly despite being a Star Wars fan, but queuing to board a plane, so may sadly miss the end results. No worries, Gerald. You can watch the VOD back later on. You'll find out, but hopefully we'll get to it. Okay. In Discovery, what is Vulcan renamed? They go to the future. What is the new name of Vulcan?
Ben.
Ben. You want to lock that in? Is that your answer?
Yeah, I'm going to lock that in and then slowly admit that I've seen pretty much all Star Trek except the end of Discovery.
Okay. Well, you are incorrect, of course. So let's hear. Mike, do you have an answer?
Probably something daft like that.
Do you know what is so funny? You're actually kind of close, but you're incorrect. Dimatan in the chat has got it correct. The answer is Navarre. So it's like I think they were wanting to say New Vulcan, but they were like, "Oh no, we got to make it sound space agey. We'll call it Navarre." So yeah, it is called Navarre. So that's a point for nobody in that round, in that bit for that question. Star Wars. What are the animals that Han and Chewie are transporting in The Force Awakens?
Oh, fucking hell. Oh, I haven't got it. Thangarian snare beast.
I mean, I love the dedication to naming an animal there. You were just like, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It is incorrect. Dimatan, you get a point later on. It is incorrect. Pete, you want to take a guess?
It's like a very angry meatball with tentacles.
This is correct.
Yeah, it's the worst bit.
Oh no, I'll explain why it's the worst bit in a second. It's
yeah.
Oh, yeah. I know what it looks like. I just can't name it.
No guess. Okay. It's not. It is a Wrath. They're called Rathtars. Rathtars. There you go. And Dimatan got that one correct as well. Now, here's my. You say that's the worst bit of that film. I mean, I genuinely think the fact that it's a bigger Death Star is the worst bit of that film. But I kind of agree with you. But not for the reason of the Rathtars, right? That whole scene, what happens in it? Okay, so the Millennium Falcon gets taken aboard Han Solo's brand new ship, and they're like, "Hey, we've got this. It's the Millennium Falcon, and I think he's back in the Millennium Falcon." And then there's a whole bit with Rey and like so and so. And it turns out that Han Solo no longer is a hero; he's back to being a smuggler again because that's what the sequel trilogy does. It just reset the entire thing, right? So. What happens? There's two Kangs that are after him, isn't there? There's Kanja Club, and the other one. So the first gang gets onto his ship, and what comes out is like the weediest Scottish person you'll ever hear going, Han Solo! Right? And I'm sitting in the cinema watching this going, oh, fuck. I'm Scottish and I'm going, oh, God, this is cringy as fuck. Why have they picked the weediest Scottish guy to try and sound intimidating, right? And I think it cannot get any worse. Now, as you two know, and as my audience know, I'm mixed race. I'm Scottish. And I'm Filipino. Yeah. I'm white and I'm Asian. So, next thing you know, Kanja Club appears, and it is fucking Asian gang on the other side. Han Solo! And I'm like, oh my God. It's like the two sides of me have been visually represented in the worst possible way. Why has this happened to me? So yeah, that is why that's the worst part of that movie.
You know?
It'd be like it was
Kanja Club.
Tato Southern.
But do you know who played Kanja Club? It's all the guys.
Oh, that's wicked.
Movie.
See, that's kind of wicked.
So it's like the most incredible stunt team in the world get to say one line in a language that they don't really speak. Rather than doing anything that makes
that
them
movie
special.
was just not going to get into it. Not going to get into it. Okay, another planet name for you, Pete.
Okay.
What is the name given by Vulcans to the planet at the center of the universe where the Enterprise encountered a being claiming to be God? What was the name of the planet according to Vulcans?
Shakri.
You locking that in?
No. Yeah.
Shakari's correct. Well done. Yes. There you go. And a legitimate point for Star Trek there. Okay, Star Wars, your question next. Who is the first character in release order of the movie? So, going original trilogy, sequel trilogy, in release order. So the first character on screen to say the line, "I've got a bad feeling." So, it's said in every movie, a variation of "I've got a bad feeling about this, I have a bad feeling about this." A variation of it is said in every single movie. Who was the first character to utter that line?
I'm torn between two, but I'll say C-3PO.
C-3PO. Do you want to lock that in?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's not right.
It is incorrect. It is incorrect.
Is it Obi-Wan, the other one?
Peter, who is it?
Yes, I think it might be Obi-Wan.
Ooh. It's not Obi-Wan either.
What?
It's not Han Solo.
Then, isn't it?
Deep Space Hebrides in the chat has got it 100% correct. It is Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker is the first one to say, "I have a bad feeling about this." As they're being dragged towards the Death Star. Yep. I have a bad feeling about it. He's the first one to say it. Okay, so next question is, for Star Trek, which character has the most screen time in Star Trek? Which character has had the most screen time in Star Trek?
Has to be Picard, wouldn't it? I mean,
I think he's... I'm not going to say what I think.
he's had his own spin-off, and he's had like 20 more episodes than other people. Oh, it's going to be something like the computer.
It's not the... I can guarantee you it's not the computer. Character, Gerald.
Yes.
Character. Which character? Yeah.
Character. I'm going to say Picard at the moment.
Okay, Picard. Locking that in, yeah?
Yeah.
Incorrect.
Yeah, I thought so.
See, I thought you were tricking him by saying character that's been played by more than one actor. Okay,
character.
I was wrong then.
Which character has had the most screen time?
Okay,
no clue.
Would it be Worf?
Well, the answer, Deep Space Hebrides has got it correct. And you just got it right there. It is Worf. Worf is the character with the most screen time. He appeared in all of TNG. He appeared in most of Deep Space Nine. He was in all the Next Generation movies. He was in season 3 of Picard as well. So it is Worf is the character that has had the most screen time in Star Trek. So no points there for anybody. Last question to Star Wars. What are the odds of successfully navigating an asteroid field?
Don't tell me them.
I won't. You tell me.
I have no fucking clue. Millions to one.
Millions to one? Incorrect. Pierre.
I think it starts with a 9.
Okay.
something to 1. Right? So I've got the start, and I think I've got the end. Then put pi in the middle. I don't know.
93.1415. That's your answer?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I got this, obviously, I mean, I've committed this to memory, the amount of times I've asked this question. And I literally went, about 6 months ago, I went to go see the Scottish Symphony Orchestra doing the music of Star Wars live, and it was absolutely amazing. And at one point, someone was like, "No one knows the odds of successfully navigating an asteroid field." And I was sitting in the very front row, and I went, it's 3,720 to 1. And everyone was like, and the guy was like, "Oh yeah, it is. Fuck." So literally, the odds of successfully navigating an asteroid field, no points there for either of you, but they are 3,720 to 1. I properly out-nerded an entire Usher hall of people. Hundreds, thousands of people watching this, plus an orchestra playing the music of Star Wars, and I out-nerded every single one of them. I am the king nerd. Excellent. Folks, that is the end of Ultimate Knowledge. Well done. Give yourselves a round of applause. Everybody give them a round of applause. applause in the chat as well as we tally up the final vote. So it ends up on. Oh my God! It ended up 8 points to 7. That's how close it was. 8 points to 7, folks. The winner of the return of Clash of Fandoms to my Twitch channel for the first time in this. For a while, actually. And we will be doing more of this again. But once a month, we'll be doing a Clash of Fandoms. So we'll be doing lots of different ones. But for the first time in a while, the winner of tonight's Clash is Star Trek! Pierre, well done, buddy! It is 8 points to 7. Star Trek wins tonight. Absolutely brilliant. What? I hope you... I would give you a prize, but Star Trek exists in a post-scarcity society, so you don't need a prize. You just need the knowledge that you won. That is your prize. But congratulations, Peter. That was absolutely brilliant. But Mike, well done as well. That was fantastic. I hope you guys both enjoyed yourself. You were absolutely brilliant. The points are being the channel points for the predictions are look at him. What are you doing there? What are you doing there? The channel point predictions are going out now. So if you got the right, you got some extra points. But guys, I'm going to say thank you very much, and I will let you go. But thank you very much for joining in tonight. Take care. Live long and prosper, and may the force be with you guys. Bye.